Hi, I'm Stephen Kent Mirassou, a winemaker and writer. And I've had a long career in the wine business and really learned a lot about what I know now from just watching folks who have come before me, um, making wine, tasting a lot, learning a lot from mistakes that I've made myself. And I think that's being willing to make mistakes, I think, is one of the best teachers that a person can have. But most recently, I wrote my first book. And I started out my sort of college life and graduate school life wanting to teach college literature and write books. I have a master's in literature from NYU, and I went to George Washington University as an undergrad. My sort of greatest thrill would have been, and maybe it might actually come to pass now, would be to see somebody riding the one train in New York reading my book on the subway. That was always a fantasy of mine when I was 23 or 24 years old. I came to writing professionally late. Wrote as a business person, but not creatively until I met a gentleman named Paul Chutkow. Paul is the editor and publisher and owner of a small press in Napa called Val de Grace. Paul has written about Robert Mondavi. He's written books about the credit card industry, written books about Gerard Depardieu, French actor. And I got an email from Paul sort of out of the blue one day. He had gotten a copy of my manuscript, which was a very short piece of writing at that point in time, 2 years or so ago, and emailed me and said, "Hey, have you ever finished this? I'd love to publish it," which was sort of a bolt out of the blue. Never thought this was going to happen. I thought that kind of potential career, that potential project was long gone, sort of lost in the decades that I had been making wine. Paul has taught me an enormous amount about book publishing, about book writing, about how to structure thoughts to convey emotions in the most powerful way possible. He's become even more, though, a friend, a confidant, someone who has been endlessly confident and supportive in this venture in lean days and lean months during COVID when most of this writing was done. He is somebody who's a relationship of mine that is only a young one, but I hope to be working with him for the rest of my writing life, which I hope is a long time, because there's a lot more to learn from him. But just having people there to help instill confidence, to help bolster you when things are not going particularly well, and just to be enthusiastic about something as difficult as writing every day is and was an immense help and an immense sort of emotional balm for me. So Paul Chutkow, Val de Grace Press is a mentor and friend of mine who has meant a tremendous amount for me in the last couple of years.